I represent 17,000 residents here in Livingston District, and when I spoke with them over recent years, they remain concerned about three things in this county. The after-school buses, eventual eliminating pay for play and teachers' pay and staff's pay. My constituents are also concerned about tax increases at this time, given our present local economy. And I would like to see each of these concerns addressed without asking our county for an increase in $12.5 million, which would equate to a 9.5-cent tax increase straight up. I remain in support of capital improvement projects as part of our budget because the people voted for the CIP in a recent bond referendum, which alone accounts for a 2-cent tax increase. And please note that I, too, always want the best for our students, our teachers, and our service providers, and all of the tools they will continue to need for our continued success. And realizing that this board will have additional opportunity to support its budget, I will be respectfully voting against this budget at this time.
I seconded the motion for the budget approval because I am convinced that this budget represents the needs for this school division and the needs that we need to ask of our Board of Supervisors as the funding authority to fund these needs. I'm not going to try to determine it as a tax increase or tax whatever. That's not our role. Our role is not to determine what taxes are required. Our role is to specify the needs, present those needs, justify those needs as we are requesting that they be met. My vote is not by Cortland District. My vote is as a school board member for the entire district, because whatever we do for the betterment of the entire school division. We do have needs that need to be addressed. We have staff whose salary should be addressed. We're just beginning a compensation study, but we can easily identify the inequities and where we need to address those. The superintendent has addressed those needs.
So between our federal mandates, our state mandates, and our fixed costs that we're meeting, the gap is not unreasonable at all. We've scrutinized it, we've been through it, and there are many things that are left off of the wish list because that would be irresponsible. So we clearly responsible, needs-based budget that is based on numbers and things that we've been over. So it's, as Dr. Meyer said, it is not our job to do the county's budget. It is our job to say the needs of this division and a large for the #1 employer in the county. And we need to take care of our students and our employees, and the budget is over 70% based in instruction. There's not a lot of waste, and that is our job. This is the best budget that we can present in this year, and it has my full support.
I'm so glad Ms. Grant pointed out, if you just look at our mandated costs, we already have a gap, just right there. And that's mandated. That's no choices from ours. We have 4 levels of funding. It's going to be your federal, state, local, and then what I would call other grants and whatnot. And right now we do have to turn to our locality. So I can easily go next week in front of my Board of Supervisors and say, this is a needs-based budget. My job is to make sure the children in this county have the best education they can have and that they are competitive when they leave us. And we want every child to leave us either work ready, military ready, college ready, university ready. Whatever they do, we want them to be successful in life, but we want them ready and competitive.
To be so narrow-minded and short-sighted to think that an investment in an education is nothing more than wasting of money, you don't see the full picture. You're leading us into a ditch. So I say to all the naysayers that think that this budget does not meet the needs of our children, to step back and look at real life stories of how Spotsylvania County schools change lives. We do it here. It's not just about a bunch of test scores. It's not about a bunch of statistics. Those statistics are the people that we love, that we have been charged to care for. And so Dr. Baker and his staff and all the teachers that give it all up every day for our greatest resource, you got my support. With that being said, we'll call for the vote, starting with Ms. Gramp. Roll call vote, please.
Gramp, aye.
Blaine, aye.
Twigg-No.
Braswell, aye.
Blaylock, aye.
Meyer, aye.
Shelley, aye.
Budget carries 6-1 and no abstentions.